Hi guys, welcome back. On today's episode, we're going to be putting a 3-point hitch on this tractor. Now, there's a couple things I have to do in preparation to be able to put this 3-point hitch on. The first thing is I have to put this roll bar up, which as you see I have the roll bar up already. The reason I have to have this up is because it hangs over the area where the 3-point hitch is, and as I'm working back here, I end up banging my head several times. So I have the roll bar up. Now, with the roll bar up, I have to remember to put it down before I go out of the garage. If I don't, I'm going to wreck my garage door because this roll bar is just a little bit higher than my garage door is when it's open. So in an effort to do that, I've taken the tractor keys and I put it right here on this pin. So I have to take this pin out in order to start my tractor. Therefore, that's going to remind me to put my roll bar down. The second thing I have to do is pull this forward just a little bit so that I have the bucket resting on the ground. Because I have to jack the back of this tractor up to take a tire off, and I don't want the tractor rolling off of the jack. So the bucket's going to help keep the tractor from doing that. I also set the parking brakes and have the four-wheel drive engaged so that all four wheels are in gear. So I'm going to get started down here on this 3-point hitch. Let me show you what I'm doing. Now, for my particular tractor, the lug nuts take a 5/8 inch socket. I have my socket with the extension so I can get all the way down into the rim without busting my knuckles on the rim. Now, before you jack the tractor up, you're going to want to loosen these lug nuts up. It makes it easier so that the tire doesn't want to turn as you're trying to break these loose. So I'm going to go ahead and break these lug nuts loose and then jack my tractor up. Now, with these lug nuts loose, let's go ahead and get this tractor jacked up and get this tire taken off. Okay, now with this tire jacked up, we're going to go ahead and take the lug nuts out. Now with the tire loose, we just tip it forward, drop it off, and we're just going to roll it ahead a little bit. Alright guys, now it's time to start putting this 3-point hitch on. I have the tractor jacked up, I have the tire off, I have access to the points that are necessary. I have the 3-point hitch lift arms laid out here on the floor and ready to go. Now, this rod is going to have to go into the tractor. This is the reason why the tire has to come off. It goes in right here. This rod is what supports the 3-point hitch. It goes in right here. Now I take this rod and I stick it in the hole just a little bit so it just protrudes maybe 3 or 4 inches. Then I start putting the portions of my lift frame up there. Now I have the lift frame all laid out so I know which way it goes. So the portions of the lift frame just rest here. And I thread the rod through it one piece at a time. There's one arm. Here's the spacer. Here's the other arm. And it comes through the other side. Now as I push this pin in, I want to make sure this hole here on the pin lines up with this hole here for the keeper pin. That way there my keeper pin can go and slide right in real easy without having a lot of adjustments to be made. Alright, that's the lower arms. Now let's get them attached to the lift portion of the tractor. Now that the lift arms are attached to the frame, now we can hook this up to the hydraulic lift portion. This is simple. It's only attached by some keeper pins right up here to the lift frame. Pick it up, slide it on, pin it in place. It's that simple. Repeat on the other side. Now, there's only one more part that we have to put on here to have the 3-point hitch complete, and that's the center link. That's real easy. Your center link is a portion of the 3-point hitch that tips the implement forward or backwards as you want it to for different implements. This is easy to attach. You simply take this, line it up between the holes, slide your pin through, and then put your keeper snap pin right down in there. That's it. It's attached. I have a little chain on mine to keep it from dangling down in harm's way. Keep it lifted up high. Now we're all done. Let's put the tire back on. When putting the tire back on, you simply want to roll it back into place, lift it back up onto the hub, and then use the hub as a pivot point to find your holes for your lug nuts. Once you find the holes, take one of your lug nuts, put it in, loosely thread it into place to make sure that you don't have it cross-threaded. If you cross-thread this, you're going to have a lot more work ahead of you. Now I'm going to lower the tractor and retighten these lug nuts. Down we go. Now with the tire down, you're going to want to go back around and double check all those lug nuts and make sure they're good and tight. That one was a little bit loose. Good thing I checked. Alright guys, that's it. Literally took me 6 minutes to get this 3-point hitch put onto the tractor. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate you being here, and I hope to see you soon on my next episode. Bye now. Good thing I put the key up there, otherwise I would have just pulled out without putting the roll bar down.